We often talk about fear in loud, dramatic ways. Fear of failure, fear of death, fear of judgment. But some fears are quiet. They don't scream, they whisper. They creep in slowly and change how we see the world and ourselves. One of the most silent yet powerful is the fear of being alone. And it's not just emotional. Prolonged social isolation literally rewires the brain. Let's explore how and why it matters. 1. The biology of belonging. Humans are biologically wired for connection. From birth, our brains seek out social bonds, being held, being seen, being heard. These connections aren't just comforting, they're necessary. When we feel safe and supported, our nervous system stays regulated. But when we're isolated, stress chemicals flood our system. Cortisol rises, sleep worsens, anxiety spikes. The brain starts to scan for threats, even when there are none. 2. How isolation changes the brain. Chronic loneliness affects key areas of the brain. The amygdala becomes hyperactive, making us more reactive to stress. The prefrontal cortex, which helps regulate emotion and decision-making, becomes less active. Dopamine levels drop, so motivation and pleasure decrease. Over time, we may struggle to trust others, feel numb or disoriented in social situations, withdraw even more, deepening the isolation. It's a vicious cycle. Isolation changes the brain, which makes reconnection harder. 3. Modern loneliness is invisible. Social isolation today doesn't always look like solitude. You can be surrounded by people, even online, and still feel deeply alone. We curate lives on social media, but hide our true selves. We attend events, but stay emotionally distant. The fear of rejection makes us mask our pain, and yet almost everyone is carrying some version of the same story. 4. Why reconnection feels scary. After being isolated, reaching out feels risky. We fear judgment. We fear awkwardness. We fear being ignored. But underneath it all is a deeper fear. What if I'm not worthy of connection? This belief, often unconscious, grows louder the longer we're alone. But it's not the truth. It's a protective lie the brain tells to shield us from more pain. The real truth? Everyone is worthy of love, safety, and connection. Even you, especially you. 5. Healing the disconnected mind. The good news? The brain can change. What was once rewired by isolation can be reshaped by connection. Start small. One genuine conversation. One act of vulnerability. One safe person to talk to. Even pets, support groups, or creative expression can regulate your nervous system. Connection doesn't need to be perfect, just real. Over time, the brain calms, trust returns, and the silent fear begins to fade. Final thoughts. Social isolation isn't just a social issue. It's a mental health crisis with biological consequences. But it's also a call to action, to be gentler with ourselves and braver with others. Because somewhere right now, someone is feeling alone. Maybe it's you. Maybe it's someone you love. In both cases, the answer is the same: connection. Because the opposite of isolation isn't just company, it's being seen. This is Mind Unlocked, and your awareness is your power.